Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon. How are you all? Hope you are well by the grace of Allah. Dear students, welcome to our today's class. I am going to discuss a class on conflict. After completing our today's class, student able to write what is conflict, where conflict comes from, the types of conflict, and the merit or demerits of conflict. I have a question for you. What is conflict? Dear students, take your book, open at the page 126. What is conflict? Conflict can be described as a disagreement among group or individual characterized by antagonism and hostility, or in another way, opposing ideas and action of different entities resulting in antagonistic state may be called conflict. Conflict is an inevitable part of life. In our day-to-day life, conflict surrounding us. Conflict comes naturally. The clashing of thoughts and ideas is a part of human experience. It is an opportunity for learning and realization that certainly helpful for individual involvement. Conflict also be seen an opportunity for learning and understanding of our differences. We can all live harmoniously despite conflict as long as we know how to responsibly manage the struggle of man's life. How many types of conflict we find in our surrounding? According to an American psychologist, conflict are basically of three types, arising out of three different causes. First of all, economic conflict. What is economic conflict? Resources are limited. You know, Bangladesh is a small developing country. Our resources are limited, and so group or individual comes into conflict with each other to possess as much of those resources as possible. This brings forth hostile behavior among those involvement. Value conflict. It is concerned with the varied performance and ideologies that people have as their principal. Conflict driven by this factor are demonstrated in words. For example, separate parties have their separate set of beliefs that they assert in an aggressive manner. Number third is power conflict. It occurs when the parties involved intend to maximize what influence they have in the social setting, such as a situation can happen among individual groups or even nations. The student, so I want to repeat. I have a question for you. What is conflict? Look at the chart and listen to me what I say. Conflict can be described as a disagreement among groups or individuals characterized by antagonism and hostility, or opposing ideas and action interaction of different entities resulting in an antagonistic state may be called conflict. In which way conflict comes? Conflict comes naturally. The clashing of thoughts and ideas is a part of the human experience. Conflict is an inevitable part of human life. How many types of conflict we find surrounding us? According to an American psychologist, conflict are basically of three types surrounding us. Those are economic conflict, value conflict, and power conflict. Also, conflict are classified into the four following types. Number one, interpersonal conflict. Interpersonal conflict means this type of conflict refers to conflict between two individuals. This occurs typically because of differences among people. Apparently, it is a natural occurrence which can eventually help a personal growth or developing our relationship with others. Number second, interpersonal conflict. It occurs within an individual. The experience takes place in the person's mind. Hence, it is a type of conflict that is psychological, involving the individual's thought, values, principles, and individual emotion. Intergroup conflict. It is a type of conflict that happens among individuals within a team. It arises from interpersonal disagreement or differences in views and ideas within a team. Conflict can be helpful in coming up with decisions which will eventually allow the members to reach their objective as a team. However, if the degree of conflict disrupts harmony among the members, then some serious guidance from a different party will be needed for it to be settled. The last one, intergroup conflict. It takes place when a misunderstanding arises among different teams within an organization. This is due to the varied set of goals and interests of this different group. In addition, competition also contributes to intergroup conflict. This is the definition of conflict. What is conflict? The merit and demerits of conflict, the classification of conflict, the inter-classification of conflict. The student, we will practice this class in your home. I will ask in our another class if any problem you find. I will try to solve your all problems. Thank you. Goodbye. Stay safe.